Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Well, I got a couple things I want to go over this morning. The first one is another video that had Gypsy and Ken at Jazzfest. And I'm going to show you the video and then we're going to talk about it.
What up, y'all? We're live at Jazzfest. Sure is. Oh, damn, that was quick. Yeah, come see us. Requested me in your live video. Shit jumped up.
So what do you think about that? Now, the day that she went to Jazzfest in a wig, she wanted to go incognito. She didn't want to be noticed for her safety. And yet, the day they go without the wig, they're inviting everybody down to come see them. And I hate to say this, well, no, I actually love saying this, but it's a sign of desperation. It means there's nobody asking for pictures anymore. There's nobody asking to talk to Gypsy or asking her questions or nothing. And Ken is trying to actually help bring the crowds in. Really? Really? I'm sorry, but I gotta laugh because it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Why would you put on a wig saying you don't want to be noticed? You just want to stay under the radar, enjoy yourself at the festival, and blah, blah, blah. Which, if anything, the wig probably made people stare at you more. But, and then sit there and tell people to come on down and talk with you? Something strange there. I don't know if anybody ever showed up because they didn't show that. But by the looks of it, I don't think they did. I don't think they did. And maybe that's why Gypsy went on a little bender at the end there, you know, the end of Jazzfest when she probably was, you know, tipping the bottle and calling Ryan out. Maybe she was frustrated because nobody was asking for pictures anymore. Nobody wanted to talk to her anymore. Nobody cared anymore, Gypsy. Nobody cares about you anymore. Get that through your head. This show is tanking so bad that I heard they were going to cancel it. Now, if they cancel it before it even ends, what does that tell you? That's really bad. Really bad. But I heard Gypsy wants to do a podcast after the show is done. Whether that comes to fruition or not, I have no idea. But do you think she would actually get guests on a podcast? I don't know. Depends on the guest, I guess. Maybe she does it strictly about prison and prison life and stuff like that. But do you think in the end that's what she really wants to be known for? I doubt it. She wants to be known as a Kim K. You know? She doesn't want to be known as a prisoner, a felon, a schmurderer. No? Anyway, and I got this too. Check this. If you can tap your screen and freeze it so you can read it, I'll try to keep it up as long as I can, okay? What's that? It's Gypsy and Ryan's divorce decree. What's it missing? Any mention of a child? Nothing. Zip, zero, nada. No mention of a child anywhere. Nothing about paternity tests. Nothing about custody. Nothing. Now, one person did say, because I got this straight out of context on her site, but one person in their comments did say that anything about doing about a child would be a civil suit, wouldn't be in the divorce decree. But I beg to differ about that. When you're splitting up as a couple and there's a minor involved, whether he's the father or not, it's got to be in the divorce decree, especially if you're getting divorced before the child's even born. Right? Now, if any of you out there have been through this and knows anything about it, please leave it in my comments. I'd love to know, because I'm not up to date on Louisiana law when it comes to divorce and minors and children and stuff like that. But here in Canada, I'm pretty sure it would be in the divorce. Anything to mention with children would be in a divorce. Because there has to be custody. Doesn't there? The mom, the dad, don't they share custody? Don't they share financial burden? Everything they'd have to share. Considering they are of sound body and mind to do so. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see anything. And I do find that funny, because when she was going into divorce court, she was big. When she was coming out of divorce court, she was flat. So does that mean that when she got in there, she ran into the bathroom, took all the stuffing out, went in front of the judge, and because Ryan didn't show up at the court like she wanted him to, because she actually wanted him to show up so she could talk to him. She actually wanted it. She was very upset when Ryan didn't show up. Very upset that she forgot to put her stuffing back in her belly when she left. That's why her stomach was flatter. It's weird. It's just weird. It's all around weird. When she was going into court, she had the big stuffing there. Her belt was like baggy. When she came out, her belt was tight. I don't know. Something weird about that. There is just something not right. And I wish it would come out. I really do. Because people need to see that she is what she is. She's the biggest liar that ever lived. And we can't trust anything she says or anything she does or anything she writes. Nothing. So what makes people going to trust this like podcast she wants to start or anything like that? I have no idea. Do you think her podcast would take off? There's another thing. Let me know in the comments if you think her podcast would take off. And who do you think she would have as guests? I don't know. That would be interesting to know, who would she have as guests, because we already know having guests for her sit down with Lifetime, watching Lifetime is a big deal. Like she goes from Bree to Christy. Ken every now and then, but I mean, that's it. Bree to Christy, Bree to Christy. That's what it seems like anyway. Oh, look at this one. You boo. My big baby. Now that's where the fur comes from. You see the size of this cat? He's huge. And his fur is like that long. Now, he was getting on me when I was talking to you, so I figured I'd pop him up, let you see him. You always saw Shadow yesterday. You see Bun Bun today. When I first got him, he was supposed to have been a girl cat. Somebody told me it was a female. And her name was supposed to be Bunny. And that's why we got Bun Bun. And it turned out to be a male cat with the name Bun Bun. So, you know, we think maybe he's, you know, one of the girls. I don't know. Just joking anyway. I'm just joking. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching my video. Please like and subscribe. It helps me in the algorithm. And let me know what you think about this divorce decree. That one is bugging me a little more than the Jazzfest thing. All right, guys, have a great day. And everything in this video is my thoughts, opinions, and knowledge. Bye, guys.